It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway in Foxborough. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Patriots at 11-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
To the air, May. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. Ooh, the juke. Down the left sideline. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Henderson. They run the toss with Henderson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, it's May. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. Let's go.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 range, 70 range.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Curve 19, curve 19. Dragon 60. Go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And caught by Cooper for a Patriots touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Patriots have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Go.
Johnson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, That means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shut up. Seven Pirates.
Looking to throw. May. Dancing to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10. In motion is Avant. Here's May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal. Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play. To the air again, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
18, 79 Broncos, 60 Mavericks, 60 back. Hut, hut.
They'll throw with May. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. He's to the 15.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go, son.
Fields.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
Here we go, son. Right.
Now Fields.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Rolling to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Fields changing the play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Fields.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. From the shotgun, it's May.
And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third, looking for Austin, intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Throwing here is May. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Henderson running straight ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot. As it is, he is truly a big man who just made a big play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To the air, May. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with May. Touchdown, Patriots. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 50, here's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Fields.
Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it, because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They snap it to Fields. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Again, Fields. That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields.
Here's a diving catch right side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go, set.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come on, set, go.
Play action. May.
Flush to his right. Caught by Avant. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. A good pickup there at 22. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Set, go.
To throw, it's May.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down.
Warrior 70.
Here's May. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Henderson. Down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
To take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball. Wasn't enough to get him the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Back to throw, Fields. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Fields throwing again. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Johnson again.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go, here we go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll throw with May.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, May with it. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
79 Broncos.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go. I'm good.
Johnson running left. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They go to Johnson again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Look at the big man rumble.
And finally marked down at the 23.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Fields going to move them around.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go.
They give to Johnson going right. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
All eyes on Fields. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Here we go, son. Go.
Johnson on the counter. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they have regained the lead. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the